Hello and welcome to SHRM Session 7. In this session, we will focus on negotiations and bargaining. Your learning outcomes for this lesson involve getting to understand what negotiation and bargaining are using existing literature. By the end of this session, you will be able to gain perspectives on negotiation and bargaining from a literature point of view. HR negotiations. Why are negotiations necessary for SHRM? It's because HR managers face negotiations at every conjuncture. Negotiations take place between employees and the HR department for things such as wages and promotions, also between superiors and subordinates, between the HR department and other departments, and between department heads and the CEO or MD. Many important decisions that affect the organizations take place via negotiations. Literature on negotiation and bargaining. Let's take a look at the literature surrounding negotiations in the next couple of slides. Collective bargaining takes place if and when an organization recognizes a trade union and they collectively bargain on anything that involves the employee relationship. This could be related to pay, benefits, or even employment procedures. Webb conducted the first theoretical research into individual and collective bargaining, and they said that there were three elements that were needed: a proposal, a discussion, and a decision whether to accept or reject the proposal. Blyton and Turnbull, however, hold a different view. They see negotiation as a form of management control. If the employees refuse to engage in collective bargaining, they will simply impose the change. Another author called Daniels notes that in a commercial relationship, there is an opportunity to conclude that no agreement can be reached and the parties can just walk away. It's like buying a car. You can buy it or you cannot buy it. However, for employees, walking away from your employer might mean having no job. According to authors Gennard and Judge, to be successful in negotiations, one must, number one, ensure that there is effective preparation and analysis of the facts. Number two, prepare and set out the stance that is being taken. Search for common ground and seek agreement when common ground is found. Identify the point when the negotiations have concluded. And finally, ensure that any agreement is recorded in writing. Now that we've seen some of the literature written on negotiations, let's look at it in simple terms. Negotiation is getting what you want from the other person, no matter what. We all know how bargaining works. You ask for a lot and you settle for something in the middle. However, this is not how you do negotiations. From another perspective, one can say that negotiation is an attempted trade off between getting what you want and getting along with people. Negotiation can also be defined as a discussion between people with a goal of reaching an agreement on issues and separating the parties when neither party has the power to get its way. Perhaps the best explanation of a successful negotiation is that it's a form of problem solving where two groups with conflicting interests exchange things in order to reach a mutually agreeable resolution.